I adopted Trixie when she was just a little bitty baby puppy from Austin Animal Shelter. She was probably 8 to 12 weeks old at the time, and I'd gone in for what I thought like a 2 to 4 year old dog, but she was laying on her back and she turned her head over her shoulder and looked at me and yawned, and I was like, oh, I'm in love. I lost Trixie when she turned 14, and it was probably about 8 months before that she had started to get sick. She had a small stroke and she couldn't walk straight, and she got old overnight. All of a sudden, she didn't want to jump up on the bed. She didn't want to run in the yard. She just laid on the deck. There's a chair that she liked to put her little paws on and look out over the neighborhood. And she just stopped all that. She just was hanging out. Since she was getting old, the doctor said the idea was just to make her as comfortable as possible. And she was having joint trouble and stiffness, and so they put her on some medication that's supposed to help lubricate her joints and make that work better. And I really didn't see a difference with that, but I loved her so much I was going to try everything I could to help her enjoy herself. During that troubling time, I was talking to friends and family about how Trixie's health was deteriorating, and I found out, a friend told me about Companion60. So I was lucky enough to get a hold of the Companion60 and shook the bottle, and I was very excited because a friend had great results, and I thought this is going to be the thing to help Trixie. And I mixed it in with peanut butter, poured it over her food, and she thought it was the biggest treat ever. She had no idea. At that point, we didn't know what good things were going to happen, but that was the key to her getting her youth back. So Trixie was getting older, and before Companion60, I had to get rugs along my big long hallway because I have hardwoods, because her little legs were slipping out from underneath her. She didn't have her balance, she didn't have her strength that she did have. And one day I was cleaning the house and I had all those pulled up, and she came running in from the backyard, took a tight turn and started heading down the hallway. I just stood there in awe, like that was my puppy coming back to me. And it wasn't. She was 14. She had a gray snout by now. Before we had the blessing of finding Companion60, I thought I had days with Trixie. I didn't say it out loud to her, but in my heart, I could see her growing older and kind of giving up, because she was the dog in charge. She had a bark that came from her toes. And it was funny to hear somebody knock on the door and hear her bark. And I could see people just high step back to the curb because she was in charge of this house. And I kind of felt like she didn't think she could do her job. And after we found it, she fully got her bark back. She enjoyed coming up to me and loving on me, and because I felt like she had been separating herself, like she knew that she was going to be leaving me, but instead she decided to stay. And I know that I had a lot more time with her. It's been almost 2 years since I lost her, and talking about this and her, I'm reminded how lucky I was, how lucky she was to have found the Companion60, to get every last minute, a great day of her life. With my dogs now, I have 3, and they're all on it right now. They take Companion60 because it's a preventative. To me, I saw when Trixie was already sick, what it did for her then, and it made her so much happier and better. I want to start that now. I don't know, maybe I can prevent my dogs from having a stroke. I don't know what all it does. It's magic to me. It's magic happiness in a liquid that's easy to give to my dogs, and they absolutely love it. And anybody who has a pet that they love and adore, who you want them to have the optimum health and happiness, should try it. Just give it a go and see see the great results that your pet, your furry family member, just try it. Give them the best shot they have to a happy life.